Coronation Street spoiler clips tease danger as Carla fears a tragedy. Next week in Coronation Street, lives hang in the balance. A chilling deal is proposed, and someone takes matters into their own hands to make sure justice is done. Carla Connor is thrown into panic when she notices thick smoke pouring from the windows of Roy Cropper's flat. With Dev and Bernie Winter-Allahan already outside calling emergency services, it appears the situation is under control, but they are unaware that Roy is still inside, asleep, and in serious danger. Meanwhile, Summer Spellman is left reeling after discovering that Theo Silverton was responsible for Billy Mayhew's death. Her shock deepens when Carl Webster approaches her with a disturbing and morally questionable proposal. As for Theo, the abuser is now desperate to flee the cobbles after his actions toward Todd Grimshaw have been exposed to everyone in Weatherfield. However, Gary Windass has no intention of letting him escape without consequences. While waiting for the next episodes can feel like forever, new spoiler clips give fans a glimpse of what's coming, and it's anything but calm. Carla is horrified when she walks past Roy's rolls and sees smoke escaping from the building, while Dev urgently calls for the fire brigade. Despite Bernie insisting that Roy and Nina Lucas are safely away at a bat convention, Carla cannot shake her fear. As Brian Packham and Dev head off to check that nearby flats have been evacuated, Carla desperately seeks reassurance that Roy isn't inside. Although Bernie tries to calm her, she has no idea that Roy is actually trapped in the flat, slowly being overwhelmed by the smoke. The question is, will anyone reach him in time? Elsewhere, Carl confirms to Summer that her suspicions are correct. Theo is indeed the one responsible for Billy's death. However, her hope quickly fades when Carl admits that his only proof is a confession he overheard shortly before the funeral. Thinking quickly, Carl then claims he can secure a recorded confession from Theo. Sensing an opportunity, he asks whether Billy's life insurance has been paid out, and coldly offers to deliver proof in exchange for £10,000. Just as he makes the unsettling offer, Bernie interrupts, prompting Carl to slip away. Left confused, Bernie questions Summer about what's going on, but will she reveal the truth about Carl's proposition? Meanwhile, with his true nature now exposed to the residents of Weatherfield, Theo is determined to make a run for it. But there's one major obstacle standing in his way. Gary has his keys. Theo tries to convince Gary that he's heading to the police station, but Gary isn't fooled and decides to personally take him there, gripping a heavy wrench in a clear warning. Out of options, Theo reluctantly heads toward Gary's van. But could he still have one last trick to escape justice? Coronation Street's Carl erupts as Ronnie and Kevin's plan falls apart. Will they back down after his warning? In tonight's episode of Coronation Street, Ronnie Bailey and Kevin Webster faced an angry confrontation from Carl Webster after he uncovered their attempt to take him down. Although Ronnie eventually lost his nerve and backed out of the scheme, Carl was furious to learn they had been plotting behind his back and didn't hesitate to issue a serious warning. But will Ronnie and Kevin listen? In the previous episode, Ronnie and Kevin joined forces after Carl's latest attempt to manipulate money out of Debbie Webster. Despite Carl offering an apology and insisting he simply wanted to reconnect with his biological mother, Ronnie remained deeply suspicious of his intentions. Concerned about Debbie's declining health due to dementia, Kevin agreed to help Ronnie deal with Carl once and for all, whatever it took. The pair even discussed the idea of removing Carl from their lives for good, believing it was the only way to protect Debbie. In tonight's scenes, Kevin met Ronnie at the Chariot Square Hotel to check how their plan was progressing. Ronnie revealed that he had reached out to Carl's shady contact, Fiona, in an attempt to set him up and link him to a criminal act. At the same time, Debbie was spending some bonding time with Carl, sharing that she was thinking about taking dance classes. She was surprised when Carl admitted he had some dancing experience, and the two shared a light-hearted moment practicing a few steps together in the hotel restaurant. Watching from a distance, Ronnie couldn't ignore the happiness on Debbie's face, and it left him torn. Realizing that having Carl arrested could cause Debbie even more distress, Ronnie decided to abandon the plan and cancel his arrangement with Fiona. Later, he explained his decision to Kevin, admitting that while he still wanted Carl gone, the plan didn't feel right anymore. However, their discussion was suddenly interrupted when Carl confronted them, clearly furious. He revealed that Fiona had already told him everything after Ronnie backed out, exposing their entire plan. Carl then reminded them that he still holds an important place in Debbie's life, and warned that she would be devastated if she found out what they had been planning. Although he chose not to tell her this time, Carl made his threat clear. If they try anything like that again, he won't stay quiet. Coronation Street's Carl lashes out as Ronnie and Kevin's plan collapses. In tonight's episode of Coronation Street, Ronnie Bailey and Kevin Webster came face to face with an enraged Carl Webster after he uncovered their scheme to take him down. Although Ronnie eventually backed out at the last minute, Carl was furious to learn they had been plotting against him and didn't hold back in delivering a firm warning. The question now is, will they take it seriously? In the previous episode, Ronnie and Kevin joined forces in response to Carl's latest attempt to squeeze money out of Debbie Webster. Even though Carl tried to make amends and insisted he simply wanted to reconnect with his biological mother, Ronnie remained skeptical. Fearing for Debbie as her dementia continues to worsen, Kevin agreed to support Ronnie in stopping Carl, no matter what it took. The two even decided that the best way to protect Debbie was to remove Carl from the picture for good. In tonight's installment, Kevin met Ronnie at the Chariot Square Hotel to check how their plan was progressing. Ronnie revealed that he had reached out to Carl's shady contact, Fiona, hoping to drag him into a criminal setup. At the same time, Debbie was spending time with Carl, telling him she was thinking about taking up dance classes. She was pleasantly surprised when Carl admitted he had some dancing skills, and the pair shared a light-hearted moment practicing together in the hotel restaurant. Watching them from a distance, Ronnie couldn't ignore how happy Debbie looked, leaving him torn about what to do. Realizing that having Carl arrested might only cause her more pain, Ronnie chose to abandon the plan and cut ties with Fiona. Later, he admitted to Kevin that while he still wanted Carl gone, the plan didn't sit right with him. However, their conversation was abruptly interrupted when Carl stormed in, clearly furious. He revealed that Fiona had already told him everything after Ronnie canceled, exposing their entire scheme. Carl then reminded them that he remains a key part of Debbie's life and warned that she would be devastated if she found out about their actions. Although he decided not to tell her for now, he made it clear that if they try anything like that again, he won't keep quiet next time.